Dear friends, welcome to Learning About. In this video, I'll be solving the numerical aptitude questions from one of the latest SSC MTS papers. Now, these set of questions were asked on 2nd November 2021, shift 1, right? Now, the same shift 1, the general intelligence paper I had already solved, so link to those videos are given in the description below. You can make use of it. So, if you look at the paper 1, there is the tier 1 computer based examination, right? So, you have a total duration of like 90 minutes and there are 100 questions and 100 marks. So, each question carries 1 mark, and if suppose you answer there are wrong answers, every wrong answer carries like 1/4 negative mark, that is 0.25 negative marks, right? So you have like 4 sections: English, reasoning, aptitude, and then general awareness. Now in our channel Learning About, we have videos related to reasoning, aptitude, and general awareness. And as far as English is concerned, we have a practice platform wherein I have uploaded the previous year questions, actual questions. Not only English, other sections are also available, but English especially, since videos are not there, you can practice it over there, right? So link to all the relevant contents are in the description below. You can make use of it. So this is about the outline, right? Now coming to this numerical aptitude specifically, I kind of think that nowadays numerical aptitude part, there is a quantitative aptitude part, is even easier than the reasoning part. Okay, the time with regard to the total time taken, right? So I feel aptitude is more easier than than the reasoning part. Okay, so this is the official, what you see on the screen is the official syllabus that is given. Now this can be broken can be broke down into these set of topics. Okay, now so totally there are 25 questions. Okay, so like number system, LCM, HCF, factors, right? So such questions, like 2 questions, and then like simplification, there is a fundamental arithmetic operation, like 2 questions. No, I'm not saying this is like fixed number of questions only asked there, they ask in each topic. Plus or minus 1 you can take. Okay, so in percentage, profit loss, simple interest, compound interest, like 6 questions. Time, speed, distance, time on work, 4 questions. Average, ratio, mixtures, and allegation, okay, like that's like 5 questions. Mensuration, like there is volume and area and all, like that's like 3 questions. And then tables and graphs, that is like kind of data interpretation questions, like 3 questions. Okay, so there are no questions asked in trigonometry, geometry, etc. So in the papers that I have checked, there are no questions asked. So a total of 25 questions. Okay, now let's move on to the actual questions. So the first question here is a simplification question. It's a very simple question, but little time consuming because of the number of numbers that is given in the expression. So when it comes to a simplification question like this, a basic arithmetic operation question, we know we should follow the BODMAS rule, okay, for the order of priority of operations. So bracket comes first, then O is off, D is division, M is multiplication, A is addition, and then finally subtraction. Okay, so in this order we should concentrate first on the bracket here. So within this bracket, division comes first. Okay, so 0.84 by 0.7 is 1.2, and then 0.7 into 2 is 1.4. so 1.4 plus 1.2 is 2.6. so this whole thing is now 2.6. so just write 2 by 2.6. now 5.2 of 2 by 2.6, so 5.2 is like twice 2.6. so 2 of 2, now this 2 of 2 is 4, right? So finally what we are left with is 16 plus 2 by 0.2 by 0.004, okay, plus this 2 of 2 is 4. Okay, now here you have 1 decimal, here you have 2 decimal, so 16 plus, you can write this as 2 by 0.04, okay, 0.04. now for one, okay, for 1 decimal point, okay, you can add in the denominator, you can add 1 0 in the numerator. Okay, so you have here you have 2 points after 2 places after decimal, so you can add 1 more. Okay, so you can remove the decimal place. Okay, so this is as good as 200 by 4. so this 200 is like 50 times So 16 plus 50 plus 4, that is 70. That's answer option 4 for question number 70. So this whole thing you can visualize and then do. You don't have to actually use the rough paper. If you do it carefully, you can do it even without writing. So the first question, answer option 4, 70 is the answer. Now question number 2, another simplification question, but there are no brackets. So let's concentrate first on the division here. Maybe first let's go for this off. So 5 of 4 is 20, okay, and then 20 divided by 80 divided by 20. So this whole part is like 4, 80. So 5 of 4 is 20, 80 divided by 20 is 4. Then this part, okay, 64 into 2 by 32. So this divided by 32, I'll write it as this way. So we have like 2 into 2, like 4, and then we have 108. So next division, 108 divided by 18. Now that's like 6. Okay, so what we have finally is 6 into 3 minus 2. This is like 2 into 2, okay, plus 4. So this 2 into 2 comes first, okay. So in priority this comes first. So okay, and of course this is also in priority. 18, 6 into 3 is 18. 18 minus 4 plus 4. So the total sum is 18. Answer option 4, 18 is the answer, okay. But if you do some mistakes, okay, you may even land up with the answer choice 1, okay. So but the right answer for this question is answer choice 4, 18 is the right answer for the second. Now the third question. So it's about a room, okay. It's about painting a room. So a room, as you know, it is in the form of a cuboid, okay. And when you're talking about, like a painting, okay, it involves the total surface area. Of course, here you are painting only the 4 walls and the ceiling, which means you are leaving out the floor, okay. So here you have given the length, width and the height of a room. And it is also mentioned that there are 2 windows. The size, the length, the width and the window size is given, and then there is one door. The door size is given, okay, and you are painting the 4 walls and the ceiling. So that means you are leaving out the floor, you are leaving out the 2 windows, and you are leaving out the door, of course, right? And the cost of painting is 50 rupees per feet, okay. So we have to find the cost. Now, so I have already mentioned, okay, so it's a room is in the form of a cuboid. So what we have to do is so there are 6 sides. What we have to do is we have to leave out the floor, okay. So there are 6 sides, we have to leave out the floor. Now when you consider the total surface area, so there are 6 sides, right? So there are 6 sides, so we have to leave out the floor. So first let's take the total surface area. So 2 into so just look at the values once again. So 15, 12 and 10, and then the window size and the door size, please make a note of it, right? So now coming back here, okay, so 2 into so we have 15 into 12, that's 180, and then like 12 into 10, that's 120, and then we have like 10 into 15 or 15 into 10, whatever, okay. So that's like 150. That's a total of 180, 450. So the total surface area here is 900 meters square, okay. But in that you are going to leave out in this 900 meters square, you are going to leave out the floor, okay. So the floor is length into width, okay. It is nothing to do with the height. The floor is length into width, okay. So this 15 into 12 you are going to leave out. That's 180 you are going to leave out. So 900 minus the floor, okay. So that 180 you are going to leave out. And then you have a door, okay. So and then you have a door. The door size is like 8 into 3.5, okay. So that's like 7 into 4, 28, okay. That's 28, and you're going to leave out 2 windows, okay. So that's 2 into 5 into 30, I'm sorry, 5 into 3, that's 15, that's 30 together, okay. So 30 and this is 28, so 58, right? And so totally like 238. So 900 minus, so what we have here is 900 minus 238, that leaves us with 662, okay. So 662 right, meter square, 662 meter square. Now 662 into 50 into 50. Now that's 331,000. Okay, so just half of, when you multiplying with 50 means it's just half of this 662. So 331,000. Let me look at the answer choice. Yes, answer choice 4 is 331,000. So answer for question number 3 is 33,100. That's the cost of painting the 4 walls and the ceiling, right? Now fourth one is a data interpretation question, but it's a very simple question. So what is given here is average marks of students of section A and section B of class 11 in a school. Okay, that's presented in the form of a bar chart. Okay, now in which subject the difference between the average marks of the two sections is the highest? Okay, so one is, you can look at the answer choice. Okay, yeah, so English, Maths, Science and Social Science, there are 5 subjects given here. You can just consider only these options. So here, what is the difference? 83 and 76, the difference is 7, and so Maths 93, sorry, 95 and 83, that's 12. Okay, and then Science is like 78 and 69, the difference is 9, and here the Social Sciences difference is only 4. So the Maths difference is highest. So answer option 2, Maths, is the answer for the fourth question. It's a direct and easy question. Even without writing, just by looking at the numbers on the graph, you can give the answer. Answer for the fourth question, answer choice 2, Maths is the answer. The difference is 12. Fifth question, okay, it's a profit and loss question. So Sushant bought goods for 8,000. He got 10% discount on the goods. After the discount, he paid a tax at the rate of 7.5%. Okay, and then so what is the amount he has to pay for to get the home delivery? If suppose home delivery charges 200 rupees. Okay, so cost of the item is 800 and you are getting a discount 10%. Okay, so 10% of 8,000 is 800. That's 7,200. Okay, so for percentage and profit loss for basics, okay, so there is a percentage video that I have uploaded. The link to that video is also given in the description below. You can make use of it. So for quicker calculation, okay, so this 800 8,000 10% discount, you can write it like this by subtracting 800, or you can, what you can directly do is a 10% discount, you can write it as 0.9. A 10% discount you can write as 0.9, 20% discount you can write as 0.8, and so on. So you can, so 8,000 into 0.9, that's 7,200. Okay, so that way you can write. Now 7,200 is the charge. Okay, and then he has to pay a tax of 7.5% on this, right? So 7,200 into 7.5% tax on this, right? So that's, so 7.5 into 2 is 15. So 15 into 36. Okay, because in 72 into 7.5, it takes more time to calculate. Okay, so 36 into 15, that will be like 540. So 7,200 plus 540, that would be 7740. And delivery charge is like 200, right? So that's 7940. That's answer option 1 for the fifth question. 7940 is the answer for the question. So first a 10% discount on 8,000, that's 7,200, and then a 7.5% increase. Okay, so that's like 540 rupees. You have to add the tax, and then another 200 rupees for home delivery, that's 7940. Now the sixth question, a bucket is in the shape of a frustum of a cone and has its top and bottom ready as 20 centimeter and 10 centimeter respectively. The depth of a bucket is 24 centimeter. What is the capacity of the bucket? Okay, so capacity of the bucket here basically means the volume here. Okay, so now what is this frustum of a cone? See, this first image is the cone. Okay, so this is the cone. Now when you say frustum of the cone, okay, so taking out the top layer, okay, now this is what is remaining in the second image. Now that's the frustum of the cone. Okay, now there is a formula to calculate this volume of the frustum of the cone. Okay, so the formula, it is 1 by 3 pi. Okay, so pi you are asked to take it as 22 by 7. 1 by 3 pi into the height h. Okay, so whatever is the height given, into r square plus r into r1, okay, r into r1 plus r1 square. Okay, so where r is the two radius that are given. Okay, so 1 by 3 into 20, pi is 22 by 7. Height given, there is a depth. Okay, so depth is like 24 centimeter, so 24 into r square. First radius is 20, so r square is 400, and then like 20 and 10, so r into r1, 20 into 10 is like 200, and then r1 square, r1 is 10, so 10 square is 100, so making a total of this whole total is like 700. Okay, so let me not write it once again, so just 700. This whole thing together is 700. This 7 and this will get cancelled. Okay, so this is like 100 times, and this 3 is like 8. Now 22 into 8 is 176. 100, 17,600. Answer option 4, 17,600 centimeter cube is the answer for the 6th question. Only the problem here is you have to remember the formula. Okay, so someone like me, it's very difficult to remember the common ones we can remember. Okay, 1 by 3 pi r square h, etc., but this one you have to remember. Okay, so it's actually 1 by 3 pi r square h only, but like, so here there are two radius, so accordingly the formula slightly modifies. So make a note of the formula, right? So answer is answer option 4, 17,600 for the 6th question. Now question number 7, another very simple data interpretation question. So this question gives us the sales numbers of two dealers, A and B. A is represented in blue line and orange line represents B, and the sales numbers from Monday to Saturday is given. So let's see what is the question. Okay, the question is the difference between sales on Monday, Tuesday, Friday of A and sales of B on Wednesday, Thursday and Saturday. Okay, so let's just look at the numbers. So Monday, Tuesday, so this is like Monday is 75, Tuesday is 80, and then Friday number of A, Friday is like 78 for A. So A total is 233. Okay, and then B on Wednesday, Thursday and Saturday. Wednesday is 60, Thursday is 80, and then Saturday is 75. Okay, so that's like 60 and 80 is 140. 140 plus 75 is 215. So what we have is 233 minus 215, that's a difference of 18. Now answer option 2, 18 is the answer for question number 7. Okay, so it's a very simple question. It's a simple subtraction question, only it's a data interpretation question. Now question number 8, it's a ratio of 1. Okay, so if x is to y equal to 5 is to 7, so what is the value of 6x minus y by 5x plus 3y? Okay, so there are different ways in which you can do. I'll just go for a simple way. So x is to y is 5, x is to y is equal to 5 by 7. So maybe you can write either x equal to 5 by 7y or y equal to 7 by 5x, whatever. Okay, so you can write it, then you can substitute this in this equation. Okay, if you substitute this, so 5 by 7y into, so if x is 5 by 7y, then the first one is 30 by 7y minus y whole divided by, this will be like 25 by 7y plus 3y. Okay, now coming to the denominator first, see, if you have to add these two terms, 7 into 3 is 21, so base is 7, and you have y is like common, and 7 into 3 is 21. 21 plus 25 is 46, so 46 by 7y is in the denominator, and as far as the numerator is concerned, of course y is there in this. Okay, so you have 7 and minus y means it's like 1y. Okay, so 1 into 7 is 7, 30 minus 7 is 23. Okay, so y and y gets cancelled, 7 and 7 gets cancelled, 23 by 46, 46 is twice, so 23 by 46 is 1 by 2, that's 1:2 ratio. Answer option 4, 1:2 ratio, the answer for question number 8. Now question number 9, it's a very simple profit and loss question. So a shopkeeper earns 25% profit when he sells an article at 10% discount on the mark price of 2500. Okay, so find his profit. So mark price is 2500. He's offering a 10% discount on that. Okay, so as I said before, please refer to my previous percentage video that is given in the description below to solve this quickly. So a 10% discount, you can write it as 0.9. okay, or this 2500 subtract 10% of 2500, that's 250, 2250. Now that's your selling price. Selling price is 2250. Now 25% profit. Okay, so 25% profit, you can write it as 1.25. so 25% profit on cost price, now that's this 2250. okay, so 25% profit is 2250. Now now when I said like 10% discount, you can write as 0.9. A 10% loss or 10% discount, you can write as 0.9. A 20% loss or 20% discount, write as 0.8. Similarly, a 10% profit, you can, or increase, you can write as 1.1. As a 20% profit or 20% increase, you can write as 1.2, and so on. Okay, so in that way, a 25% profit, you can write as 1.25. What is the advantage? This 1.25 you can write as 5/4 CP. So 5/4 CP. So 5/4 of cost price is this 2250. So if you simplify, okay, so this is like 450. You get the cost price is 1800. You get the cost price is 1800. So what is asked is find the profit. So profit, we know the relation or the formula. So that is selling, when you get profit, it is selling price minus cost price. So that's selling price, we know it is 2250 minus cost price is 1800. So that's a difference of 450. That's answer option 1 for question number 9. Right. Now question number 10, it's a time, speed and distance question. A simple but a lengthy question. So a man has to cover a total distance of 260 in 4 hours. Okay, but he covers that in 3 phases. Okay, so you have phase 1, phase 2 and a phase 3, and then you have a total. Okay, and we know the basics of time, speed, distance. Speed equal to distance by time. Okay, so let's write the speed, time and the distance. Okay, so the total distance to be covered is like 260 and the total time taken is like 4 hours. Okay, so in the first phase the speed is 56 and the time taken is 75 minutes. Now 75 minutes, you can write it as 75 by 60 in terms of hours, which is like 5/4. Okay, so he has covered 5/4 into 56, that is 70 kilometers he has covered in the first phase. Second phase he has covered 90. Okay, so which means in the third phase he has covered 100. So 100 is a value that we have found. Okay, so 100 he is to cover in the third phase, and this 90 he covers at the speed of 60 km per hour. Okay, he covers at the speed of 60 km per hour. So that means 90 by 60, he takes 1.5 hours. Okay, 1.5 hours. Now he has got a total of 4 hours, of which he has already completed like 75 and 90, 165 completed. Total 4 hours means you have like 240. So 240 minus 165 is like 75. So he has got another 5/4. Okay, so that is 5/4 plus 5/4 plus 3/2. If you add it together, you will get this 4. Okay, so this is a value that we have found. Okay, so this 100 kilometers he has to cover in 5/4 of an hour. That is, he has to cover in 75 minutes, right? So that's the speed that we are supposed to find. So 100 divided by 5/4. Okay, so that's equal to 100 into 4/5. So that's like 80 kilometers per hour speed. Okay, so what speed he must drive? Answer option 3, 80 is the answer for question number 10. Now question number 11. If a man completes 3/7 of a work in 6 days, then the remaining work will be completed in how many days? Very simple question. So if 3/7 is equal to 6, what is remaining? 4/7. Okay, so if 3 parts of work, okay, he will do in 6 days, means then 4 part work he will do in 8 days. Okay, so 3 into 2, 6. Anyhow, the denominator is same. 3 into 2 6, so 4 into 2 8. Just these are questions where you should not take like any time, right? So answer option 1, 8, mark it and move on to the next question. 12th question, find the smallest number such that when it divided by 5, 6 and 8, it leaves a remainder of 3 in each case. Okay, so you should go for the smallest number, right? Now see, this question is actually an application of LCM. So ideally what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to find the LCM. Okay, LCM of these three. So 5, 6 and 8, the LCM is 120. So 120 plus 3, 123 is the answer. That's one way of doing it. Let's say you don't know that. Okay, so in which case what you should be doing it, you should be looking at the answer choice. Now in the answer choice, go for the least number. Okay, so when you go for the least number, because they're asking for the smallest number anyhow. Now 117, now 117 by 5, the remainder is 2. Okay, so that's not your answer because the remainder should be 3. Now you take 123. Now 123 you divide by 5, the remainder is 3. 123 you divide by 3, the remainder is remainder divide by 6, your remainder is 3. 123 again you divide by 8, the remainder is 3. So that's your answer. Mark it and move on. Answer option 2 is the answer for question number 12. Question number 13, the average of square of first 7 natural numbers. Okay, so for this I guess a formula will be more helpful. Okay, of course if you want, like you can write all the squares. Okay, and then so like you can write from 1 4 9 up to 7, that's 49, and then divided by 7, and then you can do that. That's one way of doing it. The other way of doing this is what is the sum of the squares natural numbers, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 whole divided by 6. Now this is the sum. Now you're asking for the average, so there are 7 numbers. Okay, so you're asking for the average, right? So average is like n, which is 7. So this, when you're asking for the average, this n and n goes off. So what you're left out is n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Okay, so n is 7, 7 plus 1 is 8. Okay, and 2n is 14, 14 plus 1 is 15. Okay, by 6. So 8 into 15 is 120, 120 by 6 is 20. So answer option D, 20 is the answer for this question. Okay, so either you can go for using the formula. I think if you remember the formula, it is good, but in case you don't know the formula, just do it the long way. Anyhow, you will get the answer. Answer option D, 20 is the answer for the question. Question number 14. The average of average of 3 numbers is 45. The second number is twice. The first number is thrice the second, and the second number is twice the third. Find the difference between the first number and the second number. Okay, so when you say average, so let me take it as first number, second number and the third number. When you say average is 45, the sum is 135. The 3 numbers sum is 135. Okay, first number is thrice the second number. Okay, and the second number is twice the third number. What is asked is the difference between first number and the second number. This is what we are supposed to find out. Okay, now let's try to find out maybe the second number. Okay, so let's write everything in terms of second number. So if you write everything in terms of second number, now first number is 3 times the second number, so 3s, second number is s itself, and then if s equal to 2t, then t equal to s by 2. So this is s by 2. Now this whole thing is 135. Okay, so you get 9s by 2 is equal to 135. So you get the second number is 30. Now in which case the first number is 3 times that. Okay, so first number is 3 times that, which is 90. So third number is 15, which is not relevant here. Now the difference between the first number and the second number is 60. 90 minus 30 is 60. Answer option 3, 60 is the answer for question number 14. Right. Now question number 15. A time, speed and distance question. Shekhar walked the distance at a speed of 8 km per hour. He was in a hurry, so on the return he traveled by auto rickshaw. Right. Now at the speed of 24 km per hour, so average speed of the entire journey. See, the best thing to do here would be to use the formula. Okay, so the age old formula, school days formula, 2uv by u plus v. Okay, so when you want to find the average speed, this is the formula, 2uv by u plus v. So that's 2 into 8 into 24 by 8 plus 24, which is 32. Okay, so 32, it's like 4 times. If you cut 8, then this is like 6, this is gone, so 2 into 6, 12. 2 into 6, 12. Now in case you don't know that formula, if you don't know that formula, then you can so you have the speed, you can assume a distance. Okay, you can assume a distance. The distance you can assume as whatever is the LCM of the two speeds. Okay, LCM of the two speeds here is 24, so you can assume that as the distance and then proceed and solve. You will still get the answer, but maybe a little time consuming. But if you remember the formula, it's more easy. Okay, but generally average speed means it is total distance covered by total time taken. So average speed, please remember, it is not arithmetic mean. It is not 8 plus 24 by 2. 8 plus 24 by 2 is 60. That's wrong. Okay, so average speed is not arithmetic mean. Average speed is harmonic mean. Okay, average speed is harmonic mean. So that is total distance covered by total time taken. So answer option 3, 12 km per hour is the answer for question number 15. Now question number 16. A sum increases by 21% after 2 years at the rate of compound interest. So see, these are like highly predictable numbers. See, percentage basics, I told you a 25% increase, I told you we can write it as 1.25, right? So when you say a 21% increase, now that means it's 1.21. Okay, so what is 1.21? Now 1.21 is 11 square, okay, which is like 1.1 square. Okay, 1.1 square. Now that means what is 1.1? That's 10%, right? So that's answer option 3. Now that's the easy way to mark. Okay, that's the easy way to mark. That's why I'm stressing on that percentage shortcut. Okay, that's percentage shortcut. Why I'm stressing on that? Okay, now let's say you don't know that. Okay, so you don't know that's a shortcut. Okay, so you want to do it afresh, you just in the conventional way. Then what you can do is you can assume 100. You can assume 100. Okay, 100 rupees is the initial amount. Now 21% increase means now it is 121. Okay, after 2 years it is 121, right? And then you can take this further and then proceed and solve, right? Or you can of course use the compound interest formula. What is compound interest formula? Amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100, okay, whole square. Okay, so this is what you have. So that is 100 into 1 plus R by 100 whole square is equal to 100. I'm assuming. Okay, I'm assuming, since there is no value, I'm assuming. Okay, so 21% means it's 121. Okay, right? So if you proceed further, you will get R equal to, anyhow I directly got the answer just by looking at the numbers. I got the answer directly using my shortcut. But if you are not aware of the shortcut, then you just proceed like this and solve. Anyhow, the answer is answer option 3, 10%. Now question number 17. A shopkeeper purchased 20 dozen pens at the rate of 190 per dozen, right? And then spent 200 and spent 200 as to, and then expenses of the wholesale market, and then he sold the pens at 22 per pen. Now you have to find the profit percentage. Okay, so 20 into 190, that's 3800. 3800 plus 200 is 4000 rupees. Okay, so 4000 is cost price. Now what is the selling price? Okay, what is the selling price? Selling price is 22 per pen, 20 dozen. Okay, so a dozen is 12, so 22 into 20 into 12. Okay, that's, now that has to be like 440 into 12, that's 5280. Okay, 5280. Now what is the profit percentage is the question. Profit percentage is equal to selling price minus cost price upon cost price into 100. So selling price minus cost price is 1280 by 4000 into 100. Okay, so that's like 32%. That's answer option 4. 32% is the answer for question number 17. Question number 18. Ratio between average of first 4 prime numbers and first 4 composite numbers. First 4 prime numbers are 2, 3, 5 and 7, and first 4 composite numbers are 4, 6, 8 and 9. Okay, so these things you have to do the calculation carefully. The sum is 5 plus 5 10, 10 plus 7 is 17, and here it is 4 plus 6 is 10, 8, 18 and 27, 17 is to 27. Yeah, that's there in answer option 2. Question number 18, answer option 2 is the answer. Now question number 19, it's a repeated and a popular question. Okay, there is a formula involved here, but we have to use the formula very carefully. Either you can do the calculation manually or you can use the formula. Formula makes it easier, but you have to use the formula a little carefully. I'll tell you what is happening here. So what is happening here is you have a container, okay, with some volume, right? So here for example it has got milk. Now what is happening is you're taking a 3 liters of milk, you are replacing it with 3 liters of water. Okay, so that is equal amount you are replacing. Okay, so you're doing it like 3 times here. The question can so as I said, it's a repeated and a popular question, not just in staff selection commission, even like bank exams and other exams, even placements and all that. It's a repeated question. Okay, so you're doing it like 3 times. Okay, so now, so what is happening here? When you're replacing it with water, the concentration of milk is coming down and the concentration of water is increasing. Now I said formula, right? The formula is a popular formula, the compound interest formula, but compound interest formula with a twist. What is the twist? You have to put a minus symbol inside. Okay, so final concentration, so the formula is final concentration is equal to initial concentration into 1 minus Q. Q is a quantity that is replaced by total. There is a total quantity whole power T. T is the number of times the iteration is done. Okay, number of times the iteration is done, right? See, if the question is about the volume, okay, then you can write the total volume here. Okay, initial concentration you can write 30 liters. If the question is in terms of ratio, because here we are when I say ratio, if it is asked in terms of proportion or percentage, then you can put 100 or 1. Okay, so depending upon the question you can put here. So here it is not about the volume, it is about the proportion. Okay, and please remember, as I said before, milk proportion is getting reduced, or the weightage of milk is getting reduced, so you will put weightage of milk here. Okay, so you will put, so initially milk is full. Okay, so full you can write it as 1. Initially milk is full, so initial concentration of milk is 1. Okay, or 1, or in other words 100%. Then what is happening? 3 liters you are removing of total 30 liters, and how many times you are doing? You are doing it 3 times. So that's the final concentration. So whatever is getting reduced, because you have a minus symbol here, whatever is getting reduced, that is what you have to write here. So final concentration equal to 1 into 1 minus 3 by 30 is 1 by 10, 1 minus 1 by 10 is 9 by 10, 9 by 10 cube. Okay, so final concentration is equal to 9 by 10 cube, so that is equal to 729 by 1000. So final concentration of water here, I'm sorry, final concentration of milk here is 729 by 1000. 729 by 1000. Now that means of the total volume, okay, if the total volume is like 1000, 729 is milk. 729 is milk. Now what is the question? The question of water to milk. Okay, of the total, if 1000, if 729 is milk, then the remaining 271 is water. So the ratio is answer option 4, 271 is to 729. Okay, actually if you are familiar with this question, the moment you look at 729 you can mark it here, but you have to be very careful with water and milk. Okay, so because there is another option with this. Okay, so you have to do this carefully. So when you are using the formula, just use it very carefully. Please remember, the proportion of milk is getting reduced, so the initial concentration and final concentration stands for milk here. Okay, whichever is getting reduced, that is what you have to use here. So question number 19, answer option 4 is the answer for this question. Question number 20, it's a allegation based question. Okay, so allegation, you know the basics. Let's say there are two items. Okay, so A and B, right? The value weightage or the cost of A is small a, and the value weightage or the cost of B is small b. When you mix these two items, let's say you get a mean value. Okay, that is the cost of the mixture, cost of the value of the weight of the mixture. Now what you're supposed to do is that take the difference, okay, not subtraction as it is, but the difference between the two, you write it here. Okay, so difference between M and B, you write it here. Difference between A and M, you write it here. Now the ratio in which these two items A and B are mixed, the ratio in which these two items A and B are mixed, it's given by M minus B by A minus M. Okay, so this allegation method, you know, you might have learned, definitely learned this in your school, right? Now this is what we have to use here. So first item is costing 65 and the second item is costing 95 and the mixture is costing 83, right? So difference between 95 and 83 is 12, difference between 83 and 65 is 18. So the first and the second, they are mixed in the ratio of like 12 is to 18, which is like 2 is to 3. 2 is to 3, that's answer option 3. 2 is to 3, that's the answer for question number 20. It's a very easy question, you can mark it even directly. 21, 6 men and 10 boys as well as 2 men and 20 boys can finish a task in like 12 days. In how many days will 10 boys finish the same work? Okay, now 6 men and 10 boys as well as 2 men and 20 boys can finish the same work in 12 days. Okay, so that means 6 men and 10 boys working, they will do the same work as 2 men and 20 boys. 2 men and 20 boys. Now the question is about boys. Okay, so it's how 10 boys will do the task in how many days? Okay, so if you have in terms of boys, that will be good. If you have everything in terms of boys, that will be good. Okay, see here you have 6 men and 10 boys. When you reduce 4 men, then you need 10 more boys. Okay, so maybe we can write, okay, 4 men. Okay, so we can write 4 men equal to 10 boys. 4 men equal to 10 boys, right? Okay, 4 men equal to 10 boys, 2 men equal to 5 boys, I can write, right? So now let's take this. Now 6 men, if 2 men equal to 5 boys, then 6 men is 6 men, they are equal to 15 boys plus 10 boys, there's 25 boys in total. This 25 boys, they'll finish the task in 12 days. They'll finish a task in 12 days. The question is 10 boys will finish the same task in how many days? So if 25 boys 12 days, one boy will take 300 days. 25 boys 12 days means one boy will take 300 days. So 10 boys will take 1/10 of the time, that's 30 days. That's answer option 4. Okay, so or the moment you have this 25 boys and 12 days, right, you can write, you know, like so 12 into 25 by 10. So whichever way you want, you can solve this. Okay, so anyhow the answer is answer option 4. 30 is the answer for question number 21. So 22, during festival, a banner on a shop displays pay for 3 and get 5. What is the discount percentage offered? Okay, now he's paying for 3 and getting 5 means, okay, 2 items. Okay, 2 items is free, 2 out of every 5 is free. Okay, so the customer gets 5. Okay, the customer gets 5 items and every time he gets that 5 items, 2 is free. Okay, so 2 out of 5 is free. So in terms of percentage, that's 40%. That's answer option 3. 40% is the answer for question number 22. Now question number 23. A rectangle of dimension 10 centimeter and 5 centimeter is placed adjacent to another rectangle of the same size. Like to draw an L-shape figure, find the perimeter of the shape that is so formed. Okay, so you have a rectangle, okay, like so 10 and 5, right? You are placing another rectangle like this, okay, wherein this is 10 and this part is like 5. Okay, now this whole perimeter, if you want, now let's consider this figure in two parts. Okay, so first let's consider this area here that is in the green line. Okay, so what we have is, so perimeter, we know the formula, like 2 into L plus B. So here this value 2 into 10 plus this 5, 10 plus 5 is that's 30. Okay, that's 30. Then we have another area where maybe I'll show it by different color. Okay, so this is another blue area here. Okay, so if this is 5, if the whole thing is 5, this is 5, so this is another 5. Okay, this is another 5. So we have 2 into 5 plus 5. Okay, length and breadth are same as far as that part is concerned. So 2 into 5 plus 5, 10, that's 20. Okay, so 30 plus 20, that's 50. Answer option 3, 50 is the answer for question number 23. Now question number 24. So another data interpretation question, very simple question. So there are there are 3 companies. Okay, so over 5 years. Now in which year which of the years, okay, the average production was more than 38 lakh meters? That is the question asked. Okay, so this is the data that is given. See, average is more than 38. Okay, in which of the years means, look at here, it's 24, 22 and 40. It is not possible that the average would have crossed. See, just basic common sense. Okay, so the average, it wouldn't have cost more than what, okay, 96 anyhow, it wouldn't have crossed more than that 38. Okay, because see, 38 means, in other simple words, okay, it should be like total should be 114. Total should be 114. Anyhow, you will not get that 114 here. Okay, or the average shouldn't have crossed. Okay, so here you check. See, and as far as these years are concerned, here 34, 38 and 59. So anyhow this would have cost 38, and here all the 3 values are more than 38. So anyhow this also would have crossed. Here also all the 3 years would have crossed. So this also, so answer will include 98, 99, 2000. So which means answer option 3 and 4 are out. It's either answer option 2 or answer option 1. Okay, so the doubt is whether 97 is included. Okay, so only this. Okay, either you go for average or you go for the total. So when you go for the total, right, it is 62 plus 23 is 85. Okay, and 85 plus 29. Okay, so 85 plus 29 is exactly like 114. Okay, exactly like 114, right? So it's exactly 38 is the average. Exactly 38 is the average. So because of that, so 97 is not part of our answer, because it's more than 38 is what they're asking. So answer option 2, right? So it's very easy to narrow down the answer choice. Okay, so and you don't have to do any of the total for 98, 99, 2000. You have to do the total only for 97, right? So and that determines our answer for question number 24, answer option 2, right? Now the last question, a simple interest question. So simple interest accrued on a sum of 15,000 at the end of 5 years is 9750. If the rate of interest is 3% lesser, then the interest would have been what? Okay, right. Now so let's just try to do the calculation. So simple interest, we know the formula. It is P into, r by 100 into the number of years, right? So principal is like 15,000. Rate of interest, we are simple interest is 9750. Rate of interest is what we are supposed to calculate, and then the number of years is like 5 years. Okay, so if you do the calculation, so 15, 2 zeros are out, this 0 and this is out. 15, this is like 6 and 5 times, and 5, this is 13. So rate of interest is 13%, right? Now if you are looking for a 3% less, then the rate of interest is like 10%. Okay, so 10% on 15,000 is 1500. Okay, and for 5 years it is 7500. Okay, so that's answer option 4. Answer option 4, 7500 is the answer for question number 25, right? So with this we have come to the end of this video. I hope the methods that I have provided was useful to you. If you have any questions, you can either post the questions here in the comment section, or if you have something like a screenshot or something, you can share it in the Insta page. As quickly as possible, I'll try to answer your queries. And if you have any difference of opinion or an alternate methods, all that you can share, we can discuss it. Okay, here in the comments or in the Insta page, or wherever possible, right? And so if you like this, click on the like button and share it with your friends who may need it. And if you are not already subscribed to our channel, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great day.